Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakab, Kodash, the more honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. First and foremost, I want to say to Wadi Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI for giving me and a fellow Akim the opportunity to do these lessons, these videos, the opportunity to go out there on the highways and on the hedges, all to edify and warn the nations of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans, 12 tribes of Israel, the ones, the law, statutes, and commandments, as well as the promises were given to. All right, shalom. So this is a really quick video on this thing that's been going on over there in Cubans, well, with the Cubans, over there protesting. Now I couldn't play this video because they mentioned certain things that's going to get these videos flagged or whatnot. I did a video yesterday and they took it down. They took it down like really late at night. So they waited a while to take it down on both my channels. So got another strike on my first channel, which I'm surprised I didn't get the third one. So so it is what it is. So if you want to link to the article, then I could always put it in the description, or I could always, you could comment, and if you want it, then I'll send it to you. But anyway, man, they're protesting, for a famine of the JABs, as well as just the shortage of food, and that's what I'm gonna focus on today. All right, because the food shortages are that's an end time prophecy. We remember the things that we talked about, omens. Well, this is an end time prophecy, man. The food shortages. This is one major thing that we said was going to happen. Through the spirit of power, Lord Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. This is one major thing that we have been saying that was going to happen for a long time, man. Obviously nobody wanted to listen, and we don't really care who listens or who. I mean, we don't care who doesn't listen. It's either you want to listen or you don't. And if you don't want to get this word, then that's up to you. I'm talking about if you so-called Black, Latino, and Native American, then it really doesn't matter, man, because you're gonna fall right along with this system. You're gonna fall with them that fall, as Jeremiah chapter 6 said. All right. So like I said, this is a thing that's going to be going on all around the world. We had a meat shortage. I believe we're still in it, but we haven't heard of it, of anything about it for a while now, because how the news is. They want you focusing on one thing, they want you focusing on the other. So the rumors of World War III are being swept under the rug again. I haven't heard anything about that. So that's how this double work, right? So anyway, I'm going to get first off. I want to get the definition of famine. All right, because just for edification for myself, as well as the Akim and the Akwathium out there. All right, so this is the definition of famine. This is the Merriam-Webster. All right, this is an extreme scarcity of food. The famine affected most of the country. Okay, yep. That's just using it in a sentence. Starvation, a ravenous appetite, a great shortage. Right. So remember how we kept saying that a famine, that could be a famine of anything, right? Amos chapter 8 verse 11 said there's going to be a famine of the word, right? So I'm going to get one scripture, and I'm going to go on from there, and then I'm going to come back to this definition. All right, this is the book of, we all know this one. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 7, and I'm just getting the main point. Getting to the main point. Usually I would go down and read some of the verses, but I just want to get to the main point. All right, it's the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 7. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Now mind you, it said famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes. Now let's see what this famine is talking about. Let's see if it's the same one. It says famines. Okay, because you can have a famine of entertainment. You can have a famine, You know, like I said, if it's going to be famine of the word. You know, it's going to be a famine of everything, man. Scarcity of harvest, famine. Okay, so now this is actually talking about food. You know, it's harvest, food, right? So that's what this specific famine is talking about. Now let's get the book of Amos. Now, like I mentioned, since we at it, you know, I actually kind of just thought about this. Let's get the book of Amos, chapter 8. Okay? And let's go on down to verse 11. And let's see what this famine says in the definition. All right. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of the hearings of the words of the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Now, before I get the definition, now this sounds like almost like contradictory, right? Because it's like in Matthew it said, yeah, I'm gonna send famines, as in famine of harvest, right? But now it said not a famine of bread, nor a famine of thirst, but a famine of the word. Well, see, this is where spirituality kicks in. Because if you got, like, think about it like if there's a famine of the word, then there's got to be a famine of everything else. Because the word is what keeps your mind sane, right? So if you don't have the word, if you don't have the word of the Lord in you, then what else do you have? So that's where your spirituality kicks in, if you really think about it like that. So now let's see. And like I said, he is still going to be a famine of bread. But then this is pointing out what's the biggest famine, and that's why I said what I just now said. Because if you in those days when the Lord comes back, when Lord Yahawashi comes back, and you don't have the spirit of the Lord on you, then and you're yeah, you don't have the spirit of the Lord on you, then what else do you have? You don't have bread, you don't have water, you don't have anything. You're just gonna be left out there starving, right? So now let's get this. Now what's okay, now here we go. What's this one talking about? Famine in land nation. Okay, now that could be anything, right? Of course they say Jehovah, of Yahweh's word. Okay? Hunger of individuals. So now this one has 3 different definitions. So what's up with that? And that's why this English language is so messed up, man. This English language has messed us up, right? But this is where I'm going at with famine. That word famine, that could go to anything, right? So now let's go back to the Merriam-Webster. All right, an extreme scarcity of food. Okay, right. We seen that as in famine of harvest. You know, in the book of Matthew chapter 24, right? We seen that with that starvation. Now why? Now if that's the case, then why is it? You know, that it says an extreme scarcity of food and starvation. Shouldn't it be the same thing? See, you could be starving for anything, really. You have an appetite for anything, like a ravenous appetite. A great shortage. A cold famine. Yep, that's a great example. A cold famine. You know, you won't have a famine of social media. You won't have a famine. You won't have a famine of all that, man. You know. So now let's go back to the scriptures. And let's get the book of, in fact, before I get that, let's go to the Apocrypha. Okay? And I'm going to get a book out of the Apocrypha. This is the book of, this is the book of, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 22. Let me just go ahead and do this. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right, now let's get a verse before that. Okay. This is all prophecy, man. It's all prophecy, all end time prophecy. Let's get verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall drink themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, right? Sword, famine, and great confusion. That's them trying to, get comfortable. But it's even then, you're not going to escape it, because victuals is something that helps you and comforts you and heals you. So people going to be looking for that healing. And it said, even then, evils are going to grow up on the earth no matter how much you try to comfort yourself. It said, sword, famine, and great confusion. And part of that sword is the famine, right? That's, part of that sword is the famine. And that great confusion is part of the famine. This is how we know we're in end times, man, because we're in a serious time of a famine and great confusion for sure, man. Definitely great confusion, man. Right? So let's go to the next verse now. Let's continue on to the next. Salaki, this thing is not acting right. Okay. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So if you escape hunger, because there are going to be people, especially when these times come and the shit shut down, there are going to be people that's still going to be eating. But the sword, the sword is going to destroy you, man. That's to either talk about the missile, or some other way, even before the missile or some other way, man. That you might die if you don't die of famine, man. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go back to my last scripture. And the last scripture I got. Salakia. Let's go back to the last scripture I got. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. It says, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes. And them Cubans, a lot of them Cubans are our people, man. And you still wanted to do evil before the Lord's eyes because you didn't want to hear the voice of the Lord. Look, man, the Lord is making it to where there's going to be, he's already making it now. The Lord is making it right now to where there's no excuse that you did not hear the voice of the Lord, man, through somebody, right? Through somebody that you didn't want to listen to it because you wanted to continue to do evil, man. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my behold, my servants shall rejoice. Oh, I'm sorry. So like I done read the verse down. Let me read that again. Salakia. Damn. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink. That's what I meant to say. But ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So, yeah, man, his servant, Lord gonna make sure his servants eat, man. Right? And drink and rejoice. That's why, while you people out here wondering what the hell you going to do, and out here panicking and shit, we out here rejoicing, man, that this we finally seeing this place fall, man. You want to know our entertainment, man, is watching this place crumble. That's our entertainment, man. That's our entertainment, watching this place finally crumble. All right. Verse 14, it says, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart. Now that's what I skipped and read down for some damn reason. All right. It says, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, man. Right. So it says, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. right? Because your dream is falling, man. Your dream is falling, and that's what's going on over there. The lack of JABs and the lack of food, food shortages, right? So anyway, man, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. That's all I got on this. You know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and hey, man, we can't see it by now, man. We almost out of here, man, without a doubt. All right, shalom.